After comments you made earlier this month about the U.S. and Israel, you were questioning Secretary of State Blinken about where victims of war crimes could get justice. You made comments to him, and also you tweeted, quote, "We must have the same level of accountability and justice for all victims of crimes against humanity. We have seen unthinkable atrocities committed by the U.S., Hamas, Israel, Afghanistan, and the Taliban," unquote. Ultimately, Democratic leaders said that equating the U.S. and Israel with Hamas and the terror and the Taliban, quote, "foments prejudice." And as you know, a group of Jewish House Democrats wrote a letter to President Biden saying that accusing Israel of acts of terror, as you and other members of the squad have done, is anti-Semitic. Do you regret these comments?
I don't. I think it's really important to think back to the point that I was trying to make. Obviously, I was addressing Secretary of State Blinken. The cases are put together in front of the ICC. ICC has been investigating. I know that, some of my colleagues don't lend legitimacy to the ICC, but I tend to think that people around the world who have experienced injustice need to be able to have a place where they can go. And as a country that helped found the ICC and supported it, I think that it is really important for us to continue to find ways in which people can find justice around the world.
In 2019, you said lawmakers support Israel because it's, quote, all about the Benjamins, which implies that politicians only support Israel because of money. There was a tweet from 2012 when you said Israel had hypnotized the world. Do you understand why some of your fellow House Democrats, especially Jews, find that language anti-Semitic?
I have welcomed any time, my colleagues have asked to have a conversation, to learn from them, for them to learn from me. I think it's really important for these members to realize that they haven't been partners in injustice. They haven't been, equally engaging in seeking justice around the world. And I think, I will continue to do that. It is important for me as someone who knows what it feels like to experience injustice in ways that many of my colleagues don't, to be a voice in finding accountability, asking for mechanisms for justice for those who are maligned, oppressed, and who have had injustice done to them.
Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene apologizing for comments comparing a COVID restriction to the Holocaust. Members of Atlanta's Jewish community tell our Hope 4 that they appreciate the apology, but it's for future actions that they'll be watching.
And there are words that I have said, remarks that I've made that I know are offensive, and for that I want to apologize.
It might be the first time that the Congresswoman has apologized for anything in her tenure.
In a last-minute press conference, the Georgia representative apologized for comments she made a month earlier. During a May podcast, Greene compared a House floor mask mandate to the Holocaust. She later tweeted comparing vaccination logos to Jewish people being forced to wear a gold star. But after a visit to the Holocaust Museum, Greene said she was reminded of her recently deceased father, who always told her to own her mistakes.
The Holocaust there's nothing comparable to it.
There is no comparison to the Holocaust. The only comparison that one should make about the Holocaust is to the Holocaust itself.
When people do compare it, it truly is so disgusting and disrespectful to those who perished in the Holocaust.
In a post recently unearthed by Media Matters, Greene theorized a laser beam from space started the deadly 2018 California wildfire. Not just any laser beam from space, but one controlled by wealthy Jewish bankers who wanted to clear land in order to make way for a high-speed rail project. That's right, Congresswoman Greene seems to believe that wealthy Jewish bankers have a secret space laser that can immolate essentially any target on Earth.
It's not the first time she's apologized. During the 2012 conflict in Gaza between Israel and Hamas, she tweeted, "Israel has hypnotized the world. May Allah awaken the people and help them see the evil doings of Israel."